Well, thank you so much for joining Global Energetics Presents Divine Connections. Today, I am honored and privileged to introduce to you Nick with Next Home Gadwood Group. And he is a connection that I met through the real estate book, New Home Guide of Greater Kansas City. And I just want to give a shout out to Keith Soro, who is the president and the publisher of this book. His phone number is 913-908-2393. And you can message him at keith@realestatebookkc.com, or you can text Keith to 52187 for contact info as well. And with that, I am going to allow Nick to join us to inspire you. The intention behind Global Energetics Presents Divine Connections is to inspire you to give back to your local communities, to support others on their endeavor of not only making money, but making the world a little bit better place. As many of you know, I own Modern Muse Consulting, where we do business with those we know, we like, and we trust. We're now an internationally respected and sought out hub for sales professionals, business owners, leaders, managers, and we do a lot of business in the financial sector. And I'm so blessed that I get the opportunity to create franchises backed by the SBDC and the SBA in both Spanish and in English. And it's just such an honor to be here with Nick. I think we have to earn our right to be humble and to be full of grace and to truly love Jesus, to protect our families and our homes and our lives. So with that, I do want to share with you, I have a nonprofit called Pesos and Pennies, and I'm working towards creating global peace. And I know it's a long shot, but that's what's inspiring me right now to present to you, Nick, with Next Home Gadwood Group. So with that, here's Nick. Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so I don't know if you have the option to hit the little button where we can see you. There you go. Boom.
Well, yeah, I'm on.
So I was sharing with my viewers that I am so honored to be with you today, and what a privilege it is to be with you. And I really want this to be soulful. And so I want this to come from your heart, not your mind. And I know that's challenging, but like, I think if we all can be vulnerable with one another and share with one another with transparency who it is that we are, we can make a better world together. So I know it's a long shot, but as I was explaining to you, I'm working towards global peace, and it's a long shot, but I mean, what inspires me, it gets me out of bed in the morning to keep going. So with that, I am going to take this opportunity to give you an opportunity to showcase your talent and your intentions and your goals and your aspirations. So my first question for you is to answer a big question. It's a really big question. I think it's pretty challenging to even really answer in a statement, but if you had the opportunity to answer this, which you're getting, to share with all of the individuals who you've helped in your life, both personally and professionally, you're getting a chance to answer the question, who are you, Nick? Both personally and professionally.
Well, I would say personally, I'm a Kansas City born and raised young guy. I'm a social butterfly. I love hanging out with friends, throwing events, hosting parties. Love sports. I played football, got a preferred walk-on to KU. So I love the competitiveness of that. I'm a competitive guy.
I didn't know you played football. Did you play, you played college ball?
I got a preferred walk-on to play for KU. So I blew my knee out my senior year. They're the only D1 people let me go. So I went for the summer. Didn't end up making the team, but took a different path to the fraternity lifestyle, and then ended up managing a bar for the rest of
You're
college.
a fraternity boy too? What fraternity were you in?
Sigma Chi.
Oh my gosh, we had Sigma Chi's at UNI. And as I was telling you, I'm an Alpha Delta Pi. So, I mean, I love the Greek life. I think it teaches you so much about leadership. I was on that Panhellenic Council.
Great group of guys to run around with and call friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I ended up being
friendship
pro
will never be
council,
broken.
the vice president. Exactly. And then professionally, I'm just a young and hungry dude that loves helping people find the right home. Our motto is humans over houses. I love connecting people. So that's basically what I do. And I also love the investment side of real estate. So I flip houses, do rental houses, start building my portfolio. Love helping people out with the investment side of things as well.
Well, and you shared a little bit about your background with me about wanting to get into accounting. And I think that's a big, huge asset that you bring to the real estate table, because most people don't think of it from an accounting perspective, but real estate really is an accounting line item that is something that you can leverage for the rest of your life. It's not only a tax shelter. I know second mortgages are no longer able to be deducted on your taxes, but that first mortgage, and there's so many creative solutions to mortgage a home, I mean, like, for example, this property is on a 3-1 arm, so it goes off the LIBOR rate. And so it's a variable rate. And then I did an FHA loan on one of my other properties. And then I did a 30-year fix on the other one, because if you look at your real estate, like you look at your assets underneath of your retirement account, you can get really creative. And most people don't think about their home as an asset to leverage if you keep your credit intact.
Yep, a lot of tax benefits. I think with the accounting, when I'm good with Excel, I'm talking numbers with investors, so they like to see that I know the number side of real estate as well.
That makes a huge difference. That helps you stand out from the crowd. And I'm not just saying that to you, that's reality. Because if you sit down with a homeowner who's selling that property, you can help them position what they're going to do next with that next purchase correctly with the equity that they're bringing to the table.
Exactly. Just aligning numbers with reality. So
that should be your tagline.
I
love it. But if you had 2 taglines, what I just heard you say was, I put humans before houses and I connect numbers with reality. Boom. Every networking event that you ever go to in the future, you could say, I'm Nick, and I am a real estate professional, and I put humans before houses, and I connect numbers with reality. Who doesn't want to meet a realtor like that?
I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to meet me.
I love you. I love you for that. Oh, that was a great answer. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next question. So, what keeps you inspired?
What makes me, can you repeat that question? Sorry.
Yeah, what keeps you inspired?
I think just waking up every day, seeing who's the next person I'm going to get to meet, how am I going to help them, and how is this going to benefit both of us in the long run. I think just the unknown of what the next day is going to bring you is what keeps me going, and just seeing all the past clients I've helped and all the future clients I'm going to help is always fun to wake up to and keep me inspired.
It's just
and in real estate, there's always a different moving part. Yeah.
It's just true. In sales, it's such a great adventure. Like, you never know what's going to happen that day. And if you keep an open mind when you're in sales and you get excited about the hunt so you can farm the seeds that you uncover, and then you water those seeds, and then you tend to those seeds, and then you let those seeds lean into the sun. It's like, oh my gosh, this crop that I have created. You know, look at the beautiful, beautiful crop I cultivated.
Yep, it's always fun driving around town and seeing your clients' homes that they bought, or a house that you sold, or a house that you flipped, and you say, I did that. I helped with that transaction, or I redid that house and someone's enjoying it. So it's always fun to drive around town and see that.
And then you run into people. I ran into a couple about 10 years ago, and I refinanced one of their properties. They were swimming in debt. And I got them on a second mortgage where they could pay off all their student loans. And they were able to pay off all their student loans under a tax shelter on a second mortgage and be able to travel while they were doing that in 10 years. And when I ran into them 15 years later, they about cried, you know,
That's
like I made
awesome.
a difference
Great
in their
feeling.
life. And that to me, it's stories like that in our industries when we're sales professionals that keeps us going, because this world's cold. But if you keep your heart warm and you warm other people's hearts, then you can melt the ice.
Exactly. Couldn't agree with you more.
So anyway, all right. So what keeps you inspired? You know, so inspiration's from within, but within that inspiration that lies within your heart, you get everything you ever wanted and more, because it is a magnet. Your heart is your attraction factor. And when your heart's warm, it, you know, it envelopes all that you could ever want. So if you had a magic wand and got it out, like, what would you want to do with that magic wand?
I would say help as many people as possible get to their dreams as quick and as efficient as possible. And what inspires me too is, looking up to my mom, who's also the broker, and seeing what type of business she's created and all the people she's helped over the years and all the good things people say about her from every other industry that's related to real estate. I call around and people say, "Oh, you're Julie Gadwood's son." It's like, yes, I am, and I'm still doing just.
And I'm proud of that. You know,
she inspires
I'm
me.
Julie's son. That's real.
That's real.
And I'm sorry, Nick, I just get emotional because I think when you've got good family roots like you have, there's no stopping a solid family that the baton's been passed down to.
Yep, exactly. So it's nice.
Their contacts are your contacts, your contacts are their contacts, and then you've got a mighty network that lifts everybody up with you.
Exactly. So it's been a lot of fun.
You are a blessing. You're a gift.
I was a blessing. You can say that.
So I have to ask you, when were you born? What year?
1996.
Okay, so I graduated high school in 1995. I'm old.
Oh man. Older than me, but age is but a number.
This is true. This is true. I'm still living like I'm a child some days, you know. I'm still the princess of my daddy.
Someone has.
All right. So with that being said, what are some of the dreams that you have? So I love that you want to create dreams for other people, but what are your dreams? Like, you know, I know that's hard to answer because, you know, I'm like you, I want everyone else to have their dreams, but what are your dreams?
My dreams is to own a lake house. That's definitely one of my dreams, but I think with professional, I want to get into the development side of real estate and really grow my name on that side of real estate and learn that. And I just think it's cool seeing stuff get built, and would love to have a subdivision named after me one day.
Oh,
that's kind of where I want to head towards in my professional life.
You're gonna do it. I've got the contacts.
Well, good.
You're gonna do it. This
awesome.
is
well, I can't wait.
Your dreams. You're living your dream right now. I think we forget that. Like, I'm living my dream. You're living dream, and you're living your dream, and you're living my, I mean, you know, like our dreams all commingle together. And when we dream together, it's amazing to imagine what could happen with a bunch of dreamers.
Yep.
That are
Shoot for the
that are
moon, land on the
connected
sun.
to reality. I mean, you can't float away off into the sunset off, obviously, with your dreams, but you know, if we stay grounded in reality and we dream big and execute in the details, what's wrong with that, you know?
Nothing can stop us.
That's right. Okay, so this is going to be fairly quick because we're almost wrapped up, but I think you've answered your question so concisely. There's not much to elaborate on. But what are you doing right now in your life to line up with your inspiration and your aspirations beyond what it is that we've talked about thus far?
I think I just waking up every day and making sure I'm putting in 100%, 110% effort in reaching my goals and making the right connections and contacts and taking meetings and making sure I'm getting systems in place to make sure I can reach that without overworking myself, getting burnt out in the short run.
Yeah, because like I was telling you, you know, extreme self-care first, you know, care for yourself first and your family, and then line up with prosperity principles and then get strategic. If you get the strategy in place and you're not taking care of yourself, you'll rust out and burn. You know, so
exactly. Don't want to get burnt out.
What'd you say, honey?
I like you said, I don't want to get burnt out. So getting the systems and making sure I'm doing health care, taking care of myself as well. So
yeah, I mean, you've got to slow down to speed up. And most people want to speed up to the end goal, which I'm all for. But if you are operationally not sound and you're selling and making promises to a lot of people and you're not going back and following through on those promises, your name gets tarnished. And your name is your power.
The name is everything.
It's everything. It's everything. Okay, so I loved that answer, by the way. It sounds to me like you've got a perfect plan. You know where you're going, you know what you want, you know what you need to do to get where you want to go, to help other people do the same alongside with you, you know. What is it that you, when you are hopefully, you know, 95, 100 years old, looking back on your life and you're getting ready to meet your maker, how do you want to be remembered? What legacy do you want to leave behind you on planet Earth?
I would say I want my legacy to just be remembered as the guy who was friends with everyone. You know, there's no one that I didn't say hi to or try to make their day better. I want a lot of people at my funeral. I don't want just a couple. I want a lot.
God bless you.
Are you crying?
Yeah, God bless you.
Oh,
may God
bless you as well.
Thank you. May God bless your path. May God make your heart even lighter. May you be protected for the rest of your life. Every second, may you prosper and allow others to prosper right before your eyes. So all your dreams come true because you have it, kid.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, I just want to, again, thank you for being here. And I definitely want to give a shout out to the real estate book, the New Home Guide of Greater Kansas City. I had made mention of Keith Sorrow at the very beginning of the presentation, and I can't say enough nice things about him. He and I had a nice conversation about what I do for a living, and like he said, realtors will pay for this because this is real, you know, and it's grassroots efforts that can get realtors grounded in reality to build their empire. And so just a really good contact. I would recommend advertising in his book. For one page, like you get a whole page like this. Where's your page at? I got to find your page because I want to make sure that I share your page. You can do a whole page for $745. How long does the page run? Do you know? I think it's like a day or so. I'm not a day. Excuse me, a month or so. Like I don't know. All I know is if you partnered up with a lot of realtors, like what you guys do in your group, I mean, that's very cost-effective advertising and marketing, because this is a target audience of people that are looking right now. You know, they're not looking tomorrow or the next day or the next day. It's like right now. So I'm trying to find your page because I really want to showcase.
Look for.
What'd you say, honey?
Look for the page. It's bright orange. You can't miss it.
It's bright orange. Okay.
Yeah.
There we are. So this is Nick's
Bright
real
orange
estate team. This is who he works with. So he is definitely amongst the best of the best in the industry. And I'm a pretty tough critic, if I'm being brutally honest with you. And you guys got it. So with that, I'd like for you to have an opportunity to share your contact information so people can reach out to you in order to meet with you, to grab coffee, to, you know, figure out how you can help them grow their business and how they can help you grow their business as well.
Perfect. Well, I'm with Next Home Gadwood Group. Name's Nick Gadwood. You can look me up on my website, nickgadwood.com, or reach me by cell phone 271-4091, or email me at
first area code because it
nick@gadwood.com.
didn't come through. Can you say your phone number one more time? I didn't hear the area code.
It's 913-271-4091. So if you're looking in Kansas City or Missouri or even at the Ozarks, feel free to reach out.
I love it. And you're going to be developing homes in the future. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, look at like this lot right here. Like, look at all these homes that are going to be built on that lot. You know, I mean,
exactly. So hopefully
it's just fun to watch new properties go up. Like you said, I've been in this industry for a long time. And one of my previous realtors that I did a lot of business with, she does a lot of developmental land. And once you get in with a individual that wants to develop land, I mean, it's just fun. And then you get to put in your 2 cents from your professional perspective as to how these homes should be laid out, you know, where to place the lake. How do you want that back door to open up to that lake? And I mean, that's where your line of work gets really creative and really fun. So anyway, it's been such a joy. If you are interested in being interviewed next Wednesday or any Wednesday, I host this every week at 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock time period. And then I allow for other community leaders like yourself, Nick, have an opportunity to be interviewed so we can all work together to try to make our communities better. So if you know of anyone, Nick, you can spread the word. If you think someone is a good candidate that's truly doing the right thing in their business, feel free to pass on my information. But for my audience, you can reach me at 913-634-7425. Again, that's 913-634-7425. My YouTube channel is Intentional Growth System. And this particular YouTube channel is Global Energetics Presents Divine Connections. And I'm honored to say you are a new friend. Thank you, Nick. And I feel like you really, truly are a divine connection of a global energetics. I mean, we really are global energetic beings, and all of us are just doing this existence by ourselves and doing our best is how I look at it. And I really believe if you and I both do our best, God will fill in the gaps and do the rest. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have been blessed. I know you blessed me by your presence this morning into the afternoon. So thank you. Take care, honey.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.